pisses me off? A lot of things, but this thing in particular has got just... It's literally got my sphincter muscles so tight, I'm pretty sure if I shoved a lump of coal up my ass right now, I'd probably pull out a diamond. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. I like DC Comics. I grew up with them. Superman, Batman, Aquaman, all those guys. Who wouldn't want to see Batman and Superman duke it out? Granted, I'll admit it seems kind of one-sided, but even so, it sounds fucking awesome. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh. That was how I felt when I first heard that the concept was on the drawing board to begin with. But now it's like DC is so fucking hell-bent on competing with Marvel that they are just half-ass and rushing things out the door trying to get their Justice League movie on the table. If you guys were paying even a half a second attention to how Marvel even got this project going, you would have noticed that Marvel didn't just rush all their shit out the door to cram it all together one last minute to make the Avengers. No, they took their time with making the Avengers happen. They had individual movies come out to establish these characters for the younger generation who didn't grow up with them. Granted, some of these movies weren't the best. I personally didn't think the Thor movie was that great, but then again, given the subject matter, how could you really do it? And besides, by the time Avengers came out, they made Loki one of the baddest ass super villains to ever come into the comic book world. Granted, he was a complete pussy in the Avengers, but he was a legitimate threat, and let's face it, the guy who played him did a friggin' awesome job. But this shit, they are literally taking everything they possibly can from the DC universe, trying to squeeze it into this one movie so that they can shit out a half-assed group superhero movie. We all know where it's going, Justice League, and it's gonna suck. It is going to suck hard. Not as much as this upcoming Superman Batman movie is gonna suck. Now I'm not gonna go right on the line and say, oh, this is gonna be the worst movie ever made. Because frankly, let's face it, there's been a lot worse movies that could be made. But it's just DC has the potential to make something really special. They really do. They've got some of the best superheroes, most well-known superheroes in the entire comic book world at their disposal. Superman. I liked the last Man of Steel movie. That's a perfect movie to establish Superman for the Justice League. You already had frickin' 3 Batman movies, even though Christian Bale's not coming back for Batman. Instead, you got Ben Affleck, and I know a lot of people are giving Affleck a bunch of shit, saying, oh God, here we go. It's gonna be Daredevil all over again. But you know what? To those of you who've been talking shit about that, was Daredevil really that bad? I liked it. It could have been a hell of a lot worse, that's for damn sure. And I'm willing to give Ben Affleck a chance at being Batman. Okay? I'm willing to give him a chance. My biggest problem with this movie is that it feels like the filmmakers in general have missed just the overall idea of their own movie. The movie's supposed to be Batman versus Superman. Fight. That's all you gotta do. That's all we expect you to do. But that's not good enough for them. No. Once again, we gotta catch up to Marvel. We need to get Justice League on the table. So what are they doing? They are cramming as many fucking DC cameos into this movie as they fucking can. They've already got that guy from Game of Thrones gonna come in as Aquaman, which, granted, I guess if you were gonna put somebody in as a cameo role rather than giving them their own movie, yeah, Aquaman's probably the one to do it. Because, no offense, I don't see an Aquaman movie generating that much of a buzz. They're putting Wonder Woman in it. Now, Wonder Woman should have her own movie. She should. The animated DC comic movie they did on Wonder Woman, that was a great movie. What, you can't adapt that to a live-action script? You fuck ass? When I initially heard Wonder Woman was being brought out, I only had one thing on my mind. Actually, no, I had two things on my mind. You'll understand why in a minute. Who are they getting to play her, and how big are her tits? Because let's face it, for those of you who are pervy comic book fans out there, all we really wanted to know was how big are Wonder Woman's boobs going to be, and how are they going to fit into her costume. So who do they get? They get Gal Gadot and her completely non-existent chest. Who the fuck is she? I have no idea who this woman is, let alone what she's been in. So how am I supposed to fairly judge her as Wonder Woman? Oh, well, she looks like Wonder Woman. The fuck she looks like Wonder Woman? That'd be like, trying to think, what would be a good comparison? I'm so fucking mad right now, I can't even focus on a good comedic comparison. That's how bad this movie is making my blood pressure shoot up. And Sam Fisher is gonna be fucking, Cyborg. Yeah, Cyborg's gonna be in the Justice League movie too. Why stop there, DC? Why don't you cram the Martian Manhunter into that movie? Why don't you cram the Flash in there? Hell, give Ryan Reynolds a cameo in it as the Green Lantern. And the worst part of all is there's all kinds of rumors circulating around that they're not even going to let I don't even think they're going to let Ryan Reynolds be the Green Lantern in Justice League. Yeah. Say what you will about the Green Lantern movie, because I'll admit that movie, as far as storyline goes, sucked on all levels. But for what it lacked in story, it made up for in good casting choices. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Ryan Reynolds did a damn good job as Hal Jordan. And they're not even going to ask him back now. I heard a rumor on the internet that they were going to let Dwayne Johnson come in to be fucking Jon Stewart. Do not let The Rock be Jon Stewart, okay? Don't do it. Do not do that. Maybe if you had casted Dwayne Johnson back before he started shooting up with steroids, maybe I could see him as Jon Stewart, as the Black Green Lantern, if you will. But now? Have you seen him recently? This guy played fucking Hercules! Lex Luthor's gonna be in this movie. I can't even remember who they said was going to play him. For a while they were saying it was going to be the guy from Breaking Bad, which I actually thought would be a good idea, because the guy does have kind of a super villain motif about him. Hell, he even looks like Lex Luthor a little bit. This movie is going to blow all sorts of new kinds of cock. Okay? Actually, you know what? I bet you money that even though this movie is gonna suck all ass, it's gonna make a lot of money. Watch it. It'll break all kinds of new records in the box office. How much you want to bet? Oh, God. Fucking Justice League my ass.